kind of funny. I was thinking about what I told you guys there, that I'm back on a prison schedule. And it's so weird because I've been through this. Something that makes you change your life is a strong thing. And I've been through this before 3 fucking times. I've been through 3 life changes in my life. One, when my mother died, which was similar to this. This is why I have the same feeling as my stomach, as if somebody died, because life as we know it has died. Number 2, when I went to prison. And number 3, when I got divorced. So after a while, you start learning how to cover your ass. When I went to prison, I spent all my money on the attorney. I had a little bit of money put away on the side to take care of myself while I was in prison. But I knew that money wouldn't end, that I had to do something while I was in prison to make money. And the third one is when I went and got divorced, I lost my job because you guys forget, I worked for my wife. I worked for my wife's family. They were my brother-in-laws. They paid me great money, but once I got separated, they made some excuse up how they got slow and they went to Jersey and picked up a job. In other words, telling me to go fuck myself, which left me with my dick in my hand, which is going on right now. Right now, you're feeling like you got left with your dick in your hand. Like everybody's feeling like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is my next move? Well, I'll tell you what, man. This is why I wanted to talk to you about this today, because I was thinking after I said it, I got in the car, then I got a couple emails about it, and it's true. Now is the time to reinvent yourself in a fucking weird way. When I went to prison, I was scared the way we are right now. We always scared in the beginning. Like what's going to happen. And once it settles in with you, which it has with a lot of you, I hope that this is settled with you. I hope that you still think that the Chinese smuggled it. Listen, whatever happened, it doesn't matter whatever happened at this point. Our lives have fucking changed. That's all we know right now. We're in the house. Some of us lost our jobs. Some of us are waiting for unemployment. Some of us are waiting for the stimulus check. But I told you the other day, I go, listen, go over to fucking your supermarket and apply for a job. Some guy wrote back, I got a job, but they only want to pay me $960. That's $960 you wouldn't have got before. You know, if it fucks up with your unemployment, then I wouldn't take it either. I'll swallow the 3 weeks and sit at home. But for right now, while you're waiting, even $960 an hour with some overtime is a lot better, and some hazard pay is a lot better than fucking sitting at home. But anyway, when I got locked up, you know, you going inside. And here I'm still used to wheeling and dealing every day. And in those days, I sold cars and I worked for a roof. I did 1,000 things. But guys, I always wheeled and dealed. I always had somebody calling me going, hey, I don't know, I feel weird asking you, do you know where I can get an ounce of Coke? No, not really. Yeah, I know. Hey, it's Thursday. Do you know I get 100 fucking sleeping pills? No, I don't know. Yeah, I fucking know. You know. Do you know where I can get a machine gun? Yeah, I know. You know, I was one of those type of guys. I did felony favors. I charged you 20%. That's what it's called. It's called the felony favor. And, you know, before I went to jail, I would do them for free. Like, I would help you out. I'll get you a bazooka if you were going to kill your mother. I don't give a fuck. I would get you the bazooka. Because I knew different people who sold different things. So, you know, I'm the type of guy, if I can make a fucking dollar, I'm making a fucking dollar. That's how I was raised. That's what living day to day is. So when I got locked up, I didn't know what the fuck to do. Well, you can't do nothing, right? You can't do nothing. You got locked up. I was in Boulder the first day, and then they sent me to fucking Summit County Jail. And they told me I was going to be there for 3 months. I ended up being there for like fucking 7, 8 days. And I went right to Canyon City to get fucking processed. Processing took 5 days. You wait another 3 or 4 days in some fucking in Ordway or some shit I waited. And then they took me to Camp George. They took me to fucking Camp George West. I get to Camp George West. I think I had like $38. You were allowed to have money in your pocket.
Wow.
Because you were allowed to go to the store for 20 minutes.
That has to have changed by now, right?
Yeah, no. Now they don't let you out of the fucking building, probably.
Oh, no, I mean even with the money.
Yeah, they don't let you. But then they let you have cash in your pocket. You could have up to $30 or $40 or something like that. Because you could go to the store every day. In the mornings when you wake up, you'd sign up to go to the store. And they'd let you walk. They could see you walk from the prison all the way to the store and all the way back. So it was no big thing. It was like a block and a half. And it was good for you. You got to go out and exercise a little bit. So, you know, I get to fucking prison. I don't know what I got on my books, $100, whatever. Some friends sent me money, like, you know, when I got locked up, some people put money on my books and shit. But I knew that shit would end. I like to fucking, you know, I like to eat. At that point, I wasn't a fat fuck, but at night, you get bored in prison. You don't even need edibles to eat. You get bored. It's fucking, you gotta eat, you know. So I get to prison. I gotta figure out how to make a buck. So first I started out as a baker. A baker was like 35 cents an hour.
Oh my God.
35 cents an hour they pay you to be a fucking baker. And I had to work like all these fucking hours. I think I purposely blew up I made cinnamon buns, but I made them really big. And they almost blew up the fucking oven and they got really big. So the guy was like, dog, you don't know what you're doing. I go, I tried to tell you that.
Yeah.
I tried to tell you that when you hired me. They didn't even fucking ask me. They're like, did you ever get hepatitis? I'm like, hepatitis? They're like, no, hired. That's all. That was the prerequisite.
For 35 cents an hour, that's really all.
For 35 cents an hour, that was my prerequisite. Was fucking, did you ever get hepatitis? No. Hired. So I'm in the fucking kitchen blowing up ovens and shit. The oven goes on fire one morning. He calls me. The guy's name was Mr. Yarborough. This guy was 6'6". What do you want to do? Big, black, and bold. I mean, this guy was just big. He made Patrice O'Neal, God rest his soul, look like a fucking midget.
Really?
Oh, this guy was big and black. He was in the Navy for 90 years. He had just retired. Mr. Yarborough. Black, and he would yell and shit and call you stupid.
I don't want to know what he did to get.
Oh, and he would torture black people because he hated Negroes. He was like one of those black people that hated black people from being in the service. Like he hated worthless black people and guys with dreadlocks and shit. So he would torment them kitchen guys. He tormented his own black people more than the white dudes. Like he was such a Navy guy. So Mr. Yarborough cut me a deal. He goes, man, I got to get some help with this stock, and nobody knows how to do it. I had a guy that was in here for like fucking 4 years, and he had the job down to a science. I go, what's that job pay? He goes, $1.35 an hour.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, oh, shit. And how much do you make? How many hours a week? He goes, I'll give you 40. But he goes, you only work like 2 hours a day. You got to come in.
Of course you fall into this word.
Oh, right off the fucking 2 days in the fucking joint.
You got to know your job.
But remember, I also have a license. I also have a high school diploma. I was also attending a college when I got arrested. All these things were happening.
Not to be rude. Was it a real diploma or was it a fake one?
A what?
Did you lie about the diploma or did you have your GED?
I had my GED.
Okay.
I had my GED. After I got arrested, I went and got my GED.
Got it, okay.
So I got my GED in between me getting on bail and me getting arrested and getting sentenced. I'm sorry. I got my GED, got into the University of Colorado legitimately, and was about to start classes for the fall. Remember, I got sentenced August 15th. So I get in there, I'm making $1.35 an hour, 40 hours a week, but I'm really working too. I got to go in early in the morning. I got to wait for the fucking shipments of meat and bread and milk and all that shit. And then at 4, I got to go check out and make sure they got everything. Like I got to go at 4:30 before they start dinner and go, do you guys need vegetables? Whatever they need, I'd have to bring it over on a wheel cart. That was a long fucking walk. But I didn't give a fuck. It burned time, you know, and I was trying to get in shape, trying to stay in shape.
Yeah.
But I knew that $1.35 is $1.35 times $40. I don't know what it came out to, $40-something dollars or some shit.
A little over $50.
I wasn't getting fucking rich, but I wasn't doing drugs either. So I figured out that if I wanted, they had a Chinese restaurant next to the deli.
Uh-oh.
Right? So I'm like, I went back one day and I go, does anybody ever get Chinese food? And they're like, yeah, sometimes, but nobody really has the money for Chinese food. I'm like, how much is fucking Chinese rice? It was at that time it was $2.50 for a pint.
Damn.
So I would bring a pint of Chinese rice back. I would call it in. Nobody figured out how to do it. To call it in and go, I'll be there at 1:15. Make sure that rice is ready. I'm coming from the prison across the street. And the lady would go, okay, we wait. And I would run over there. I'd get whatever I had to. The Chinese place was right next to the store. So I would run into the store, get milk, eggs, whatever I needed for that night. But let's get to that. So at first I would just buy like bags of chips. You know, maybe another guy didn't want to go out. Maybe you didn't want to go out, but you were broke, and I brought you something back to make your day. I was one of those guys. So I'm making $1.35, and I'm like, this ain't gonna fucking work. This just ain't gonna fucking work. And I become friends with a mafia dude, a fat little mafia dude. Till this day, I can't remember what his fucking name is. I've tried real hard. And he used to cook every day. Every day he would cook. He would take the inside of an iron and make spaghetti sauce with stewed tomatoes.
Damn.
And make spaghetti. He knew all the brothers in the kitchen. So he would make spaghetti for them and they cut a deal. So I tapped into him. He came to me one day and he goes, Dog, what do you got for supplies in the back? Do you have any cheese? I'll make nachos for us. So I started getting them fucking cheese from the kitchen, stealing it, right? And I cut him a deal. Like, I bring you the cheese, I get 2 orders of nachos. Nice. Boom. So I started with 2 things of nachos. At least I got the nachos, okay? So every night I had nachos.
You had 2 orders every night?
Every fucking night. Because I would give him fucking, but they were little orders.
Oh, okay. I was like,
little faggy fucking orders. Nah, they're not. No, what do you think this is? Fucking Casa de Mesa?
I don't know.
This is just a little white dude that made nachos with cheese, and he put jalapenos in it.
It sounds
and
good.
we'd fucking drink it with sodas and shit. There was a soda machine. So one day I figured out, I go, you're a fucking savage. I go, why don't I bring you like white bread and you can make grilled cheese sandwiches on the stove.
Nice.
So he started making grilled cheese sandwiches and I would sell them 50 cents. And we would split the fucking money. He also ran a bookmaking operation. He had like he would run numbers. You know those cards, those betting slips?
Right.
Where you fucking have the boxes? Mm-hmm. Like, I never did that before in my life. I never even knew what a box was. I swear to God, like, people put $5.
They do it for the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, they do it for the Super Bowl. We were doing it for everything.
Oh, damn.
No, he was doing it for football.
Okay.
So I came along, and I'm like, you're doing this for football? And I go, how do you do it this? And he goes, if I fill up 1 card, it's a lot. He goes, because I can't get through the other guys. A lot of the inmates don't like me. I go, well, fuck, I run the fucking kitchen. Anything that has to go down with me, so I got the brothers. The kitchen was just 8 black guys and 2 white dudes. I still remember the other white dude. I still think about him because he was very scared. He was a rich white kid that got drunk and killed somebody in a DUI in 1987. And he was serving 6 years for manslaughter. And he was scared, so I kind of took care of him. He was a nice white kid. He was funny, he was dorky, and the brothers liked him, so he had protection.
Nice, okay.
Nobody's gonna fuck him in the ass and nothing like that. It was fine. So for me, I would asked him one day, I go, can I get a shot at selling these cards? Because I could talk to the Mexicans.
I was going to say, you basically made yourself a partner.
I could talk to the black guys. I would go in the fucking laundry room and the black guys would be playing dominoes, listening to fucking Don't Be Cruel by Bobby Brown. You think I'm fucking kidding you?
No, I just looked at the
That was the album of the fucking year. It was Bobby Brown's solo album. So they would be in there fucking, I give you cars, diamond rings. I just about giving you everything. All that shit. They'd be fucking jumping up and down. There'd be 20 black guys in there. So they needed food too. So I started, the leader of the black dudes worked in the kitchen. His name was Chicken Hawk. And he was pretty much in charge of the fucking kitchen. His nemesis was Graveyard.
Oh, shit.
A black guy that they call Graveyard. He had his own troop of black dudes.
And where's Mr. Yarborough?
Mr. Yarborough's in the kitchen. He's the supervisor in the kitchen.
Got it, okay.
He's in charge of the kitchen. So the 2 gangs we had in the joint were Chicken Hawk from Louisiana, and then his nemesis, his enemy, was Graveyard.
Oh, shit.
This black dude that used to walk around with an afro and his pick and an afro.
Oh, shit.
So I didn't fuck around with Graveyard too much. I fucked around with Chicken Hawk. And then the other black dude I fucked with was the Crip. He was a Crip, a stone cold Crip. I think he was a rolling Crip. I'm not sure. I don't want to say something that's incorrect. Well, the other Crip.
I don't know the Crips that well.
There's another side of Crips from the Rampart Crips. I think there's like a gang over there. And he was in charge of delivering cocaine from L.A. to Colorado. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So me and the Italian dude, I swear to guys, God, when I got together with him like the second week of September, he was moving 1 card a night. I came into the operation. During football season, we did 2 cards on Monday Night Football and probably 10 cards on Sunday.
Wow.
Saturday college football, we'd do 10 fucking cards. And once basketball came, I really got the troops going. Brothers love basketball. And we would make Denver Nugget things. So guess what, bro? I started making $40, $60, $70. And then I did my greatest fucking trick of all time, guys. Now you're thinking, like, Joey, how did you come up with these schemes? I didn't write the book on these schemes. Hunger motivated me. I was forced. The same way we're getting forced right now to switch careers and switch jobs and think of what else is next and think of what our next move is the same thing I was facing in 88 when I got locked up. It's no different. That's why I've accepted this for what the fuck it is. You take this, whatever your strength is right now, you fucking attack it, and you just have to work off fucking strength. That's it. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. To get through this thing that we got right now, you got to go in there like a fucking animal. Now, I'm not proud of these things I did, but I had to eat and I had to stay alive. And this is what you do to survive. This is what you need to do. Remember, I always tell people, I know what you got to do. This is what you need to do. Because if not, I would have got eaten up alive in there.